Money is one of the most powerful and enduring inventions in human history. It's not just coins, bills, or digital numbers in a bank account. It's a shared fiction, a system of mutual trust that allowed human societies to grow beyond the limits of barter and tribal exchange. In Chapter 10 of Sapiens, Yuval Noah Harari dives deep into how money came to be, why it works, and how it has shaped human civilization. In this script, we'll break the chapter into three major topics. What is money and why it matters? The birth of universal trust. How money redefined. Human societies. What is money and why it matters? To understand money's power, we need to understand what it really is. Money is not just a physical object, it is anything that people are willing to use to represent value in economic transactions. This could be gold coins, cowrie shells, paper notes, or even numbers on a computer screen. Harari emphasizes that money is a universal medium of exchange that allows people to convert almost anything into almost anything else. Work into food, property into services, time into luxury. What gives money its value? Surprisingly, it is not inherent in the materials. A $100 bill isn't worth more than the paper it is printed on. Its value comes from mutual trust, the belief that others will accept it in exchange for goods and services. That belief is so deeply embedded in modern society that we rarely question it. This universal exchangeability is what allowed humans to escape the limitations of barter. Barter only works in small, tight-knit communities where people know each other and can match mutual needs. But once societies expanded, this system broke down. Money offered a flexible, scalable solution. The birth of universal trust. Harari explains that the power of money lies in its ability to generate universal trust. Unlike kinship, religion, or politics, money doesn't require deep belief, shared ancestry, or ideological agreement. You don't need to like someone, know them, or believe in the same God to do business with them. You just need to believe in the value of the currency. This trust, however, doesn't emerge spontaneously. It had to be carefully crafted and reinforced by institutions such as governments, banks, and laws. Early forms of money, like gold or silver, had some intrinsic value because they were rare and durable. Over time, people began accepting coins and later paper money as a symbol of value, backed by the authority of kings or states. The shift to paper money, and eventually digital money, shows how deeply people came to trust institutions. For example, when people accept US dollars, they're essentially trusting the US government to maintain the value of its currency. In that sense, money is one of humanity's most successful stories, a collective myth more widely believed than any religion. And unlike religion or nationalism, money doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your race, gender, background, or beliefs. If you have money, the system works for you. Harari points out how money enabled strangers to collaborate across vast distances, cultures, and languages. Traders from different continents could engage in commerce without knowing each other or sharing any worldview. Money served as the common language of value. How money redefined human societies. The invention of money reshaped how societies operated on every level. Economically, it allowed for the growth of trade networks and market economies. Politically, it enabled states to levy taxes, fund armies, and build bureaucracies. Culturally, it created new classes and forms of wealth, shifting social hierarchies. Harari notes that with money, the boundaries of communities and empires expanded. Suddenly, people didn't need to depend solely on their tribe or village for survival. They could go to a city, sell their labor, and buy what they needed. This created mobility, opportunity, and also a sense of individualism. Money also brought with it a set of moral questions. By putting a price on everything, it encouraged people to think in economic terms, to weigh value, profit, and loss in all things. Harari hints that this can be both liberating and dehumanizing. When everything has a price, what happens to things that shouldn't be bought or sold? And yet, money has proven incredibly resilient. Through wars, revolutions, empires, and collapses, money has adapted and evolved. Today's global economy runs on digital currencies, bank credit, and invisible flows of capital. But the core idea remains unchanged: mutual trust in a shared story. This chapter invites us to consider how something so intangible can have such a tangible impact on our world. Money is a story we tell ourselves, and perhaps the most influential story ever told. Money, as Harari shows, is not just an economic tool. It's a cultural revolution. It's a system that emerged from the human mind, from our unique ability to believe in shared myths. In that sense, money is not just about wealth. It's about imagination, cooperation, and trust on a global scale. By reducing all goods, services, and even human labor into abstract value, money became the glue that holds modern civilization together. Whether we see this as progress or as loss, one thing is clear: our world would not exist without it. This is the story of money, the most powerful story never told.